And good afternoon. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome into Fenwick Field here on the campus of Fenwick High School as the priority campus as we get ready for girls lacrosse senior day here for the Fenwick Friars as they take on Trinity High School in a battle in the Girls Catholic Athletic Conference. Hello, everyone. This is Eric Willowhite, along with my partner, Andres Tejeda. Andres, welcome. And we got a beautiful day for lacrosse and a beautiful day for senior day. They're going to get the festivities started here soon, and we'll bring that coming. But what a beautiful day to round out the regular season for these two teams.
Yeah, I mean, it takes you back to your high school days, wanting to play one last game of your high school career, and what a day to have. It's clear skies, and not a cloud in sight, and finally a warm day in Chicago. It seems like those have been coming a dime a dozen in the month of May, but we'll definitely take the weather. I know these girls will take the weather too and play their best in their final game of their high school careers at home.
Yeah. You're not kidding about the weather though. It's like, and we were talking with Dan, or Scott, the athletic director here at Fenwick, about the season itself for lacrosse, and it had been a tough season. Me, myself, as the sports information director at Illinois Tech, we went through the same thing, both men's and women's lacrosse. Horrible weather, and it's usually tough because they start in February. High school starts in March, but either way, you're playing in March, April. That's tough weather in the Chicago area, and it was extra tough this year in terms of temperature or rain or things you had to work through, but that's not a problem today. So it's a beautiful day. It's senior day. Fenwick will be honoring 9 seniors, and again, we're going to bring you the festivities as soon as they get that started here. We'll kind of step aside Mike's side. We'll leave the microphones up, and hopefully you can hear some of the PA announcement. The speaker's a little further away from us, so we'll try and capture that as best as we can. And then once the senior day festivities are over, we will bring it back and get ready for the game, which is tentatively scheduled to start at 4:45. So as far as these two teams coming in, Fenwick comes in with a record of 7-8 overall, 1-3 in the girls Catholic Athletic Conference. They won their first conference game this past Wednesday. They defeated Montini Catholic to get their first conference win of the season. Trinity comes in with a record of 2-13 overall. They're 1-6 in the girls Catholic Athletic Conference. And again, the Friars are now 1-3. The Friars led by head coach Tracy Bonacorsi. And for Trinity, head coach is Jim Moy, assistants Mark Stern and Emily O'Callahan. We'll give you the starting lineups here, I guess, as we're waiting for the senior day festivities. They're having some issues with the speaker over there. Hopefully they get that rounded out. For the Friars, these are your starters: CC DeLise, number 3, number 4, Ella O'Brien, number 5, Addison Bohm, number 7, Sarah Chaudhry, number 8, Emma LaChance, number 9, Tessa Timpone, number 12, Kate Cox, number 16, Maddie Cox, number 17, Emma Cure, number 21, Gia Vizzini, 22, Emma Crayson, and 24, Sophia Murillo are your starters. Sophia Murillo will be your starting goaltender for the Friars in the first half. Looks like they got the speaker, I think, resolved. So now they're going to wheel that out, and then we're going to get, hopefully, the senior day festivities started. Then when we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineup for the Blazers, and we'll get this game underway.
This head's be a little closer to the mic.
Okay. It's a good idea.
Thank you. Yeah. I want somebody to come. Thank you very much. All right.
tunnel first, clear tunnel. All right, so Senior Day festivities are wrapping up here. Sorry we couldn't pick up the audio as well. The microphone is actually way on the other side of the field, or at least I should say the PA speaker and the microphone. So we did the best we could, but we want to at least bring you the video representation of that. And again, we'll talk. These are the 9 seniors who were just honored. So it was Addison Bohm, Sarah Chaudhry, Kate Cox, Maddie Cox, Emma Cure, Gia Vizzini, Amelia Crayson, Sophia Murillo, and Yana Marquez were the seniors that were just honored. So 9 seniors total for the Fenwick Friars girls lacrosse team, the varsity team here, as we get ready to get near starting time here. And we'll bring in the second half of our broadcast crew here. Andres Tejeda will grab the mic when he has a chance. So Senior Day festivities have wrapped up. Beautiful day, as we talked about. They're going to have the captain and coaches meeting right now, as we're seeing. And while we're doing that, we'll go over the starters. We gave you the starters for the Friars. And now this is the starting lineup for the visiting Trinity Blazers. It'll be number 1, Taylor Long. Number 2, Marley Tucker. Number 5, Maddie Chabura. Number 6, Heidi Eichenberg. Number 9, Lucy Treese. 10, Delilah Holmeyer. 13, Frida Morales. 16, May DeGroff. 20, Kiera Gale, who's the starting goalkeeper for the Blazers. Number 20, Kiera Gale. 23, Abby Flynn. 27, Genesis Ross. And number 66, Laura Fankman. Those are your starters for the Trinity Blazers. I guess if you're just joining us, maybe I'll have time to give you the starters for the Friars again. Number 3, Cece DeLise. Number 4, Ella O'Brien. Number 5, Addison Bohm. 7, Sarah Chaudhry. 8, Emma LaChance. 9, Tessa Timpone. 12, Kate Cox. 16, Maddie Cox. 17, Emma Cure. 21, Gia Vizzini. 22, Amelia Crayson. And 24, Sophia Murillo. So several of the seniors are among the starters here today, as the officials are going over and giving the meeting with the captains. And once that's wrapped up, we should be underway here in about, I'd say about 3 minutes or so. So a little late starting. 4:45 was the scheduled start time, but with the Senior Day festivities and 9 seniors went, a little bit past that. They're also having a little bit technical difficulties with the PA, and they finally got that resolved and moved it out over to the spectating side, which is on the west side of the field, as we're located here on the east side. I guess because of that, Andres, we'll probably have to hope as the sun sets, that's probably going to be in a shot here a little bit. I just thought of that. East side camera facing west, but that's okay.
We do what we can.
Yeah.
Adapt.
Yeah. Funny story. Well, not funny, but our huddle camera was installed 2 years ago at Illinois Tech, where that's my day and night job and weekend job. But they installed the huddle camera on the east side of the field because that was where we could get the internet access to. Problem is, those night games, again, in the situation where the sun's coming down, it is so tough to see. So our press box is located on the west side of the field. So on those days, we pull out the manual camera and, we use it on the days where we know it's going to be a terrible sun for the huddle camera. But in this situation where the press box for Fenwick is located on the east side, you got to have that camera covered, so that's where we're shooting from. But we're happy to be bringing you this girls Catholic Athletic Conference matchup to wrap up the season for these teams and a senior day for the Friars here at the Fenwick Priority Campus. Well, they're going to have someone run the clock here.
Is this under other duties as assigned?
I'll see. I'll set it for now. 12 minutes? All right. 12, I think. You're doing it? Okay. All right.
Got a little bit of the behind the scenes here.
All right, so they're getting ready to go. We're going to have to watch out of the way here as they sneak through.
We're just going to sneak on through.
That's all right.
So much.
You're welcome.
We're just going to step.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Don't even worry about it.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
I have some of this covered up. I don't know if you need that.
No big deal.
Okay.
Let's just, we're going to stop on goals in 2 minutes.
I have a picture of it if you want me to text it to you. Okay.
If I screw up, they'll let me know. We'll figure it out.
All right, so we're about set to get underway here at Fenwick. The Friars and their home whites will be going left to right to start things off. And Trinity and the Road Blues with white numerals will be going right to left here in the first quarter. To the circle we go for the draw. And that possession is won by Fenwick. Kate Cox will carry the ball into the attack zone. As she tries to circle around defender, she'll go behind the net and set up the Friars offense. Cox looking for an outlet. Well, she'll try and split a pair of defenders. She gets into the zone there. Got an early whistle. And it looks like that was a foul on Cox, so we'll give possession now to Trinity as they carry it over midfield. Spinning around there is Maddie Chabura. And Chabura's pass gets it inside the zone for a clear. Here's Abby Flynn. Flynn taking it wide. I'll go back over to Chabura. Chabura brings it up top. Almost an interception there. But now cutting through a couple defenders, trying to peel through, losing possession. But that's recovered by the Blazers. Good job there by Trinity to recover the ball. That was Lucy Treese, who has the ball right now on top of the arc. Treese
Yellow to yellow.
looking for the outlet. Now she'll get it over to Chabura. Chabura back to DeGroff, May DeGroff. And now cutting through another pair of defenders trying to close the window there, but we're going to get a whistle. And it looks like we'll have a free position attempt for Trinity. And that looks like Lucy Treese on the free position attempt. Treese, bounce shot, and she scores. So Lucy Treese on the free position gives the Blazers a 1-0 lead at the 10-12 mark here in the first quarter.
That was a nice little setup there. They went from left to right, right in the middle of, essentially, if you want to go hockey, the slot area, drew the foul and got a free shot out of it and took an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, they tried to close that gap there, but just, got into the shooting space area. And the free position was awarded, and Lucy Treese converts for Trinity. Again at the 10-12 mark on the free position.
I'm going to redo the...
So in the circle, it's Maddie Cox and Lucy Treese, the goal scorer for Trinity, for the draw. And again, won by the Friars. Kate Cox gains possession. Draw control for Cox. Over to Maddie Cox. Working through a pair of defenders. Ball knocked loose. Who's going to come up with it? Still loose. And that's eventually picked up by the Blazers. Lucy Treese bringing the ball upfield. And looks like that's going to be a foul on Trinity. So possession is awarded to Fenwick. Bringing it in is Ella O'Brien. Ella O'Brien pushes it forward. Ball is loose. And that's going to be scooped up by the Blazers. So as soon as that offensive opportunity started, it ended for the Friars. They'll look to regroup on the next time and clamp down here with Trinity in possession. Here's Maddie Chabura. Maddie with the clear. That pass goes awry. It goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Possession now for the Friars with 8:56 to go in the opening quarter. A 1-0 lead for the Blazers on the strength of a Lucy Treese free position goal at 10-12. The pass just a little too high for Tessa Timpone, and looking to scoop it up. They're going to that one's going to go over the back line, so that possession back to the Blazers. They're going to bring it up, trying to get it along the near sideline. Cutting upfield is Abby Flynn. Flynn surrounded by 3 defenders. Now she's going to try and work her way through. We get a whistle. And it's going to be Trinity possession, the foul on the Friars. And carrying the ball forward will be May DeGroff. DeGroff's pass goes awry. Who's going to get the ground ball? That is picked up by the Friars and Emma Kerr. Now we get a whistle. There'll be a foul on Heidi Eichenberg.
Coming out of the gate here, you can see there's a little bit of a difference from the Blazers, very much on the offensive attack, even when they're on the defense, very offensive with the sticks.
Yeah.
And really just getting the Friars a little rattled up here early in this game.
Although were able to take advantage of that foul call there on Eichenberg, so now the Friars have possession. Let's see if they can set up the offense with Emma LaChance working it behind the net, moving it over to Timpone. Timpone, there's a 50-50 ball, and that one is going to be awarded to Fenwick. Tessa Timpone putting the ball back in play as she works at the top of the arc. Now she cuts underneath, has the ball knocked away. And causing the turnover was Lucy Treese, and she gets the ground ball, but then the subsequent pass goes out of bounds on the near side here, right in our kitchen. So we'll turn that one back over to Fenwick. Here's CC DeLise. She tried to straddle the sideline, but they're going to say she went out, I believe. So possession immediately. Oh, and then caused turnover there as Fenwick picks up the loose change. Working that ball inside the zone is LaChance. Now they're going to take it wide over on the far side with Maddie Cox. She'll look to set up from behind. Pass over and a shot, and that one goes just wide as Maddie Cox fed that one in to Timpone, and the shot went wide. It'll retain Fenwick possession. There's a slingshot pass, unable to make the initial connection, and the ground ball pickup by Trinity. As that was Liana Roses Mendez, I believe, number 3, who got the ground ball there. But then the subsequent pass turned over. A lot of turnovers here in the early going, Andres.
Yeah, I think defensively, the Blazers are a little bit more set. The Friars are moving a little too quickly. They're making decent passes, but they're just not ready to receive it. They're just trying to crash the net as fast as they can rather than getting the ball before making a set piece. They've had one really good offensive shot in this game so far.
Here we get a flag come out here. That might be just for the free position, and it is. So it's going to be another shooting space violation, free position attempt now coming for Abby Flynn, the junior, for Trinity. Here's Flynn's shot, and the save made by Murillo. Talked about Sophia Murillo, the starting goalie for the Friars, and for the Blazers, it's Kiera Gale. So Murillo now 1 for 2 on the free position attempts from Trinity as she denied Abby Flynn. We got another stoppage of play. Possession back to the Friars as they look to clear the zone. Murillo looking for an outlet. And now the ball is knocked loose. Trinity has possession. Shot straight on. That one goes wide. That one is by Abby Flynn. Her shot goes wide. Retaining possession or gaining possession back is Fenwick. Bringing up the near sideline, CC DeLeese. Tries to get the pass over to Kate Cox. And now bringing forward by Maddie Cox. Maddie Cox! Oh, and there's a foul, a tough hit to the head.
Am I stopping the clock? No.
Well, they haven't ruled a stoppage of the clock, so it's just a foul.
A hard tumble there.
Yeah, I thought for a minute there they would, though, because Maddie Cox went down hard and it kind of a blow to the head there, but it was just a foul. And now the pass goes astray. They're trying to feed that one over to Tessa Timpone, but it went over the back line. So now Trinity will be on the reset here. 3:21 to go in the opening quarter. It's a 1-0 lead for Trinity. A goal early on at the 10-12 mark. There was a free position tally by Lucy Trace for the Blazers. And that's been it scoring-wise here in the first quarter so far. There have been chances on both sides. And we mentioned that Abby Flynn had a second free position opportunity for the Blazers, but that time Sophia Murillo closed that one down. The Blazers will set it up behind the net, a little bit give and go there. And now they're trying to work that pass into Flynn, but the Friars had a good wall defensively there, not allowing that pass to Flynn, and they were able to get the turnover, and now Lou to push it upfield. Here's CC DeLeese, cross midfield, looking to get the clear. She's in the attack zone, clear, ball knocked loose, but that's going to be a foul on Trinity. So DeLeese will work on the reset. Official stops it. Suppose I could update the scoreboard, right? There we go. My apologies, folks. Here are the Friars working it around the fan. And it looks like we're going to get a free position opportunity now for Fenwick. Looks like it'll be straight on from the top of the arc, and that'll be Emma Kerr. Emma's shot, and that one saved, I believe. Kiera Gale got a piece of that one that deflected over to the far corner. And now they're going to give possession to Trinity. So golden opportunity there for the Friars to tie it up, but Gale got a piece of that one. And then Trinity regained possession. Getting near the 1 minute mark of the opening quarter, 1:21 to be exact, 1-0 lead for Trinity. There's a pass up high. Ball is loose. coming in on goalkeeper Gale, and she's able to scoop it up. The ground ball for Gale, and now she'll look for an outlet. She does, as she finds May DeGroff. Turnover on the far side, and that's going to be Fenwick's ball now with 47 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Loose ball at midfield. That is recovered by Fenwick. Trying to knife through a pair of defenders. That's still going to be Fenwick ball. Emma LaChance. Now over on the near side. They're going to try and feed it in the middle. Unable to make the connection. 50-50 ball as both teams are scrambling for it. And a shot. Oh, that might have hit the post. That ball hit the post. And I think that was Kate Cox with the shot there, Andres. But unfortunate luck at hitting the post.
Yeah, those shots, the last two shots from the Friars have been very close. A good block from the goaltender, and that one just hitting off the iron bar and out. It ricocheted really hard out,
yeah.
And that ball seemed to just fly out of the scrum there. But after the first quarter, the Trinity Blazers take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, 1-0 lead. Friars had a couple chances towards the end of that first quarter, one with the free position attempt, and then, again, as we mentioned, the shot off the post by Kate Cox hitting the left post. But they're getting their chances, and it's a tight, close game. And we will take a quick audio break here, and we'll be back with second quarter action.
It was under 2 minutes.
Back at Fenwick, where the Trinity Blazers hold a 1-0 lead over the Fenwick Friars here on this gorgeous Friday afternoon, early evening here at Fenwick Field. Friars looking for the equalizer. They'll change sides here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Sophia Murillo will retain net duties here in the first half. As she and the Friars will now move from right to left, and the Blazers left to right. So, Andres, we mentioned a couple close chances for the Friars there. So kind of this game kind of felt like a tale of two halves in the first quarter.
It really did.
But, a lot of early pressure from Trinity. They had a couple free position attempts. Then, like maybe over those last 5 minutes or so, you kind of saw the field tilt a little to our right with the Friars picking up the pace and getting a few chances there.
Yeah, the Friars had that one shot that just was blocked by the goaltender for the Blazers, and that one just got off I think it hit off of the knee or even the shin, because that ball was still just in the scrum in that fan, if you will.
Yeah.
And then another chance where it just hit off the post in the final seconds of that first quarter. So the Friars definitely have the momentum going into this, but the Blavers were able to start off this game really hot with that opening shot.
Don't worry about it.
So on the draw control, the Friars pick up possession. Oh, and then they had a player right out front. Addison Bohm was right on the doorstep of Kiera Gale as the Friars won the draw control, but that pass went over the back line. Now the ball is picked up, bounce shot, and a score! Addison Bohm picks up the loose change and fires a bounce shot past Gale to even this score 1-1.
Yeah, we just said it coming in that the Friars have the momentum coming into the game. They equalize it within the first 24 seconds of the second quarter. And even to start off, as you mentioned, they had a right in front of the net. The pass was a little wide, but they still kept that momentum of that shift into the offensive attack, and were able to capitalize and equalize the game 1-1 here.
So on the draw control, Fenwick picks up possession once more. Winning possession was Timpone. And now there's a loose ball. We have a whistle, and possession's going to be awarded to the Blazers. So, yeah, as you mentioned, quick goal to start off the second quarter for Fenwick, and we're all even at 1. Nice close game between these two conference opponents.
You're coming up here. We're switching. We're switching. You're coming up here.
Trinity trying to push that ball upfield. There's Taylor Long across midfield. And now she gets a clear as she's over the restraining line. Here's Maddie Chabura. Chabura taking it wide, then cutting inside. Chabura trying to spin through 3 defenders. And we're going to get a whistle. And it looks like we're going to get another free position attempt for Trinity. This time almost straight on for Maddie Chabura against goalkeeper Sophia Murillo. That one lofted and scores. It kind of looked like she fanned on it a little bit, almost like a knuckler. And it might have fooled Murillo a little bit, but into the net they go. A free position goal for Trinity. And at 10:21, they retake the lead 2-1.
Yeah, that ball looked like it came out of the net a little bit high, kind of like in a release point when you're throwing a ball. So it looked like it was going to go high and wide, as you said, kind of knuckling out. And It just got that top left corner and in, and the Blazers take a 2-1 lead.
So Chabura with the goal. At 10:21, another free position goal for the Blazers. And they retake the lead here 2-1. Trinity regaining possession again off the draw control. They'll set up shop behind the net. There's Chabura. Chabura going to go over to the near side, and Abby Flynn. Flynn and Chabura, look for those two players because they tried to get something set up a few times in that first quarter. And now Chabura with the wraparound, and she scores. Chabura taking it, curling around on the near side and putting it past Murillo for the goal. That's a 3-1 lead for Trinity.
As she came around that left end, bounced past it into that lower 90 and was able to get it right past Sophia Murillo. And just like that, it's a 2-goal lead. It looks like we'll have a substitution for the Friars. Maddie Cox coming back into this game for Emma Cure.
So is Maddie Chabura with her second goal of the game. This one of the on-field variety. I shouldn't say on-field. Free positions are on-field too, but this one during play as Trinity opens up a 3-1 lead. And circle, violation, so possession is given to Trinity. Once again, Chabura, she's going to take it over to the top of the arc, drops it momentarily, is able to recover and pick that one up. Pass sails over the head, and that one's going to roll out of bounds, so possession will go back to Fenwick. Trying to get the license plate of the intended recipient. I think that was Genesis Ross over there, but Couldn't make out the jersey number at the time.
It seems like the Blazers weren't too comfortable giving up that tying goal to start off this second quarter, and they've responded with 2 unanswered goals quickly in back-to-back fashion.
So now let's see how Fenwick can respond, as we're going to get a foul there just below midfield. And another foul. Plowing her way through and going upfield is Maddie Cox. Maddie Cox passes it inside. Oh, a behind-the-back attempt. Nifty attempt from Kate Cox. But that one went just wide, but Fenwick retains possession. Wow, what a play.
Seniors
Here's
pulling
Kate
out all
Cox
the moves.
again. That time a slingshot and a save made. She's knocked down, no call. And it's going to be Trinity possession. Foul on the near sideline. Working her way upfield now. Lucy Trace. Trace with the clear. Trace. But that ball is turned over and recovered by the Friars. It'll be Caroline Douglas has possession, but that pass goes out of bounds. Trinity will regain possession already in the attack. Nope, that's a Fenwick ball. And that's going to be another foul. No, that's going to be Trinity's ball now. Yeah, that's what I thought it was Fenwick ball. There's a lot of who gets it, a lot of palms up. What Fenwick retains possession as they trying to get it over midfield. They do. There's a foul just crossing midfield. Caroline Douglas getting hacked and whacked there, but she continues to move that ball forward. Now they look to get it below that restraining line. And she's going to have to go back closer towards midfield for the restart. Now through the circle we go with Ella O'Brien. O'Brien. Pass to the near side to her left to Maggie Tomzak. Tomzak being closely guarded there. Now she spins away. Here's Tomzak, leaving it back up high. LaChance. And now back over to Addison Bohm. 3 defenders following. That's Tessa Timpone. And her pass inside the fan was knocked away. It's going to be Trinity ball. Pushing it upfield is Rose Treese. Rose Treese's pass forward, loose, and it's going to be recovered by Ella O'Brien and the Friars. Friars now will look to get reset. They weren't able to get anything on that last possession. Pushing it upfield quickly is D'Elise. But trying to split a pair of defenders. That shot goes wide, and it's going to be Trinity ball. So a one and done there. Able to get the shot off was Kate Cox, but no one back there to be near the ball after the shot. That's the dangers when you take that shot and you don't have possession. If you don't put it on net, that's a quick turnover. But a good attempt there by Kate Cox to try and move the Friars closer. They trail 3-1 here with 5:46 to go here in quarter number 2.
Looks like Juliana Gutierrez is going to come in for Sarah Chaudhry. It looks like a timeout here too.
Yeah, it's like we got a timeout called by Trinity, so we'll take it with them. Quick audio break. You're watching Fenwick Girls Lacrosse here on Shellen Sports Media. back here at Fenwick Field. And we're going to give a shout out to the Friars girls lacrosse JV coach, Brenna Dittmer, who's actually pulling double duty. She has to man the scoreboard clock here first. So before her team plays, they play in the game following the varsity. So, and she's here to obviously support the varsity team too, see if they can make their way back from this 3-1 deficit. 5:45 to go. Timeout is over. Some animated discussion there for the Blazers during their timeout session. And now they'll go and head back to their zone. Fenwick will break as well. No changes in goal, none anticipated, at least in the first half for the Friars. The plan was to play both senior goalkeepers, so Diana Marquez is slated to take the net in the second half. Taking first half duties will be Sophia Murillo. Trinity pushing the ball upfield, unable to make the connection. Ball is loose, and it's eventually pulled in by Maggie Tomzak. Tomzak will move it forward over to Timpone. Timpone into the attack zone. Now she's going to take it behind. Guarded closely there by Delilah Holmeyer. What a foul called. And now Timpone will start on the reset, coming over towards the near side. They'll go back behind. Over to Juliana Gutierrez. Now back over to Bohm, Addison Bohm. I'll go back down below once more. Gutierrez. She's being guarded fiercely there by Genesis Ross. Gutierrez's pass is intercepted, taken away by Trinity as they look to push it up midfield. They will. Here comes Abby Flynn. Flynn inside the zone along the far side. She'll slow it down, wait for teammates to join the party here. And now Flynn will look to move it behind the goal line as the Blazers look to set up shop. This is where you'll see that exchange between Flynn and Maddie Chabura, and they'll change sides. Here's Chabura. Last time they did this, she did the wraparound. Loses possession this time. A nice caused turnover there by Caroline Douglas. And now the Friars move it over midfield. Ball is knocked out, but there's a foul. And continuing to carry that ball forward is Emma LaChance. Here's LaChance. Checked closely there by Holmeyer. LaChance trying to work around Holmeyer, trying to get inside. And now up top they go. Another chance for Kate Cox. And it looks like we'll get a free position attempt. And the bench telling Kate to let it rip here on this. Actually, no, it's going to be 16. This will be Maddie Cox. So Maddie Cox, straight on free position attempt, going up here against Kiera Gale. Shot and a save made. Recovery, however, by Maddie Cox. Now Cox tries to push it up into the zone. It's going to be recovered over the restraining line. So now the Friars will have to reset. Emma LaChance. Along the far side, LaChance. Now she's trying to work to cut it inside. She's forced to the outside. Now looking for an option. And we get a whistle. They'll just reset with LaChance. I'll get another whistle there. LaChance will restart it again at the far side. Loses the handle just as she was getting ready to pass. Ball is still loose. No one has claimed it as of yet. And now the Friars regain possession. Shot. That one goes off of Gale and in. A goal for the Friars.
Looks like Tessa Timpone was the one with the goal there. Just hit it off of the goalkeeper here at Gale and makes it a one goal game.
With 1:50 to go in the second quarter, Timpone, as you mentioned, Andres, gets the Friars within one.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
So after 2 unanswered goals from the Blazers, the Friars get one right back.
That's kind of like a little bit of that pattern we saw in the first quarter where the Friars kind of turned it on at the tail end of the first quarter. They're kind of doing that again here in the second quarter. Now they're looking to get the equalizer, but the draw control is won by the Blazers and Lucy Treese. Treese had the ball knocked free. Fenwick with the recovery, pushing it upfield is Mikey Romero. Romero now trying to cut along the inside sideline. She's fouled. She'll continue on. It gets the pass up, trying to make the connection there with Juliana Gutierrez. Gutierrez slips through into the attack zone underneath the restraining line. We got a clear for the Friars. They'll work it below. Here's Kate Cox. Kate Cox holding it back, looking for an outlet. Now she's going to try the wraparound. Here's Kate Cox looking to get free. Shot! Oh, that hit off the post again, but she gets her own rebound. What a fortunate bounce for Kate Cox as she went right and shot left, and that hit the left post and bounded right back to her. She's got 43 seconds to work with here. Here's Cox. Cox trying to clear free. Tessa Timpone was trying to clear a lane for her, but there was too much traffic. And now that shot sails over the crossbar. Fenwick will retain possession with 25 seconds remaining. Trying to get that equalizer. Here's Kate Cox.
Time that it's hit off the post.
Cox now over to Bohm. Addison Bohm with 13 seconds. Back to Kate Cox. They don't have a lot of time to work with. She's going to try and work it inside, and we're going to get a foul. It looks like we're going to get a late free position here with 5.4 seconds remaining. And it'll be Kate Cox looking to get the equalizer here at the end of the second quarter on the free position attempt. Off to the right of Gale. Cox works it, scores! So Kate Cox gets the equalizer here with only 2 seconds remaining. And the Friars pull even 3-3.
Yeah, the Friars coming into this last minute in the first half really aggressive, and we're able to get an opportunity to equalize it. We'll go into halftime with a score of 3-3.
About the clock on the minute.
All even.
We're good. Wait till you hear this thing. I'm gonna let it.
2 goals scored in under the last 2 minutes here for the Friars. As we go to the draw control, it'll be Timpone against Lucy Treese, and that'll signify the end of the second quarter. So each time Trinity took a 1-0 lead, Fenwick rebounded to tie it at 1. And then Trinity in the second quarter with a couple early goals jump out to a 3-1 lead. But in the final 2 minutes of the second quarter, Fenwick was able to pull even. Your goal scorers in this first half for Trinity. Lucy Treese got the opening goal at 10-12 of the first quarter. Then that was the only score in the first quarter. Then we had 5 goals in the second quarter. The equalizer by Addison Bohm with 11:36 to go in the second quarter. That tied it up at 1. Maddie Chabura scored for Trinity. just over a minute later to give Trinity regain the lead at 2-1. And then less than a minute later, Maddie Chabura with her second goal gave Trinity the 3-1 lead. But then fighting back were the Friars, Tessa Timpone scoring with a minute 50 to go in the second quarter. And then with 2 seconds left, Kate Cox with a free position goal, giving the equalizer and the tie score as we head into halftime. Halftime score, Fenwick 3, Trinity 3. You're watching Fenwick Girls Lacrosse on Shellen Sports Media. Back here at Fenwick, we have a tie score between the Fenwick Friars and the Trinity Blazers, 3-3 as we head into second half play. It'll be a change in goal for the Friars as scheduled, as both seniors were going to play today. It'll be Jana Marquez taking over net duties for the Friars. And again, the Friars here in the third quarter will be going left to right in their home whites. Trinity right to left. Still in goal for Trinity is Kiara Gale. And off the draw control, possession picked up by Fenwick. But then it's recovered by Trinity. So Emma Cura unable to hang on to that one. And now Trinity moves the ball upfield, Lucy Treese. Over to Marley Tucker. Tucker finds Jabura. Maddie Jabura had a pair of goals for the Blazers in that first half. The other goal scored by Lucy Treese. Here's Jabura. Jabura, top of the arc. Now they'll work it around to Flynn. Flynn on the near side trying to spin around. And she's going to take it behind the net. Flynn still in possession. And now she'll hand that one off over to, I think that's DeGroff. Check that. That's 66. That's Laura Fangman. And now Jabura sneaks around, and that one goes through the crease. It's rolling, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And possession is going to be retained by Trinity. Yeah, so Jabura doing another wraparound on that far side. That time her shot went through the crease, past Marquez. And now Trinity will look to set it up again. Up high is Marley Tucker. Tucker's pass received by May DeGroff. Here's DeGroff. Now Jabura. Jabura loses the handle. Oh, nice job there. Emma Cure kicked that ball away, kicked it over to a teammate so they could recover the ground ball. So sometimes if you're not in position to pick it up, you got to be creative with it. And that time Cure kicked it to a nearby teammate so they can recover the ground ball. Friars still got to get the ball upfield, however, and they're going to push it up as Gia Vizzini crosses midfield, looking for the clear, and she does. Successful clear for Vizzini. And now Kate Cox. Cox trying to loft that one inside to Juliana Gutierrez, but it's recovered by Emma Kerr. Now Maddie Cox. Maddie Cox slips through a pair of defenders. She's triple teamed. She'll peel it back out high. That pass picked up by Timpone. Timpone looking for a lane, shoots! Oh, and that one's saved, I think. Gale might have got a piece of that one, Andres. Another big save.
Yeah, I think it hit off of her stick and then off the crossbar because it went straight down. But again, that's another shot 3 times that the Friars have hit the post.
And now Flynn coming in. Her shot is knocked down. And she tried to recover the ground ball, unable to. Ball is still loose. Who's going to get possession here? And it looks like it's going to go Trinity's way. Yeah, you're not kidding, though. There's been several close calls, a lot of post shots here, especially on the Friars side. They could have a couple goal lead here had they had some, as he's saying, hockey puck luck, ball luck, I guess, in lacrosse. Flynn trying to set it up high. She did, but it was partially knocked down. I think Maddie Cox got a piece of that one. And now the Friars will look to push it upfield. They will. Here's Timpone with the clear. Timpone inside the zone. To her right, she has Gutierrez, and she's knocked down. No call. And now we get the whistle. Ball still in play. Here's Kate Cox spinning. Oh, and lofted that one high. So I'm going to say a cross check there by Trinity. So it's going to be Fenwick ball. And it looks like we're going to get a free position here for Kate Cox. This one off to the right side of Kiara Gale. Free position coming here for Kate Cox. looking to give the Friars their first lead. 7:32 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Cox moving in. Shoot, scores! So Kate Cox with the goal. That is her second, both on the free position. And Fenwick now takes a 4-3 lead with 7:26 to go here in the third quarter.
The Friars have done a really good job of getting into the fan area, just drawing the penalties and really capitalizing on their shots. I think of the 4 or 5 shots they've had, they've made 2 of 5.
Yeah.
So, I mean, half of their goals right there are just simple mistakes that Trinity have made in their defensive end. They need to clean it up. Otherwise, they're going to give this game away with all these free shots.
Well, so one thing is Kate Cox is definitely making her presence known. Oh, wrong score there. That'll go the other side. Definitely making her presence known. 2 free position goals, but those free position goals are created by her offensive work to lead up to getting that free position, and she's done that a couple times here, tying the game late in the second quarter, and then here with 7:26 remaining, the Friars take the lead for the first time on Kate Cox's second goal of the game, 2 free position tallies. Back to the draw control we go. Another pair of 9s. Lucy Treese and Tessa Timpone. And this time it's come down, it'll be Tessa Treese, or Lucy Treese. I'm just making up names at this point. Lucy Treese takes a fall. She's picked up there. Good sportsmanship by Maddie Cox.
I'm interested to see how the Blazers respond, because when they've been scored against, they tend to come right out of the gate, and it looks like that's what they're setting up to do here now.
So the Blazers looking to get their offense set up, working it on the perimeter for now. They're on the far side. Here's Jabura looking for a lane. Now we know we've seen her do that wraparound on that far side several times. This time she releases it. That's Tucker. Marley Tucker trying to work her way in. And now Jabura. Jabura keeping it high. Over to May DeGroff. DeGroff trying to loft it back over to Chapura. Ball is loose. Picked back up by Trinity. Lucy Treese on the spot there for the recovery. Now we're going to get a foul on the Friars. They'll work that ball back upfield at the point of the foul. Lucy Treese. 6:09 to go in the third quarter. 4-3 lead now for the Friars. Forced out to the perimeter. Nice defense there by the Friars. May DeGroff couldn't work her way inside the zone. They're going to take it behind now. Back over to DeGroff. DeGroff hands it off to Jabura. Jabura trying to work her way inside. Again, forced to the perimeter. Now Marley Tucker. Tucker. Treese. Lucy Treese. She's being forced back over to Tucker on the far side. Back up high to Maddie Chabura. Chabura with a pair of goals. Looking for another opportunity. Lost the handle. And it looks like Trinity's going to come up with the recovery again. It's made to Groff. Groff now to Abby Flynn. Flynn looking to work in. Spin move. She's denied. Now Chabura. And the flag comes up. And it looks like we might get a free position attempt here for Trinity. We do. So persistence paying off for Trinity as Chabura now with another free position attempt. This is her second. This one's sort of straight on to goaltender Jana Marquez. That shot goes wide, and they're going to give possession to the Friars.
Yeah, I was going to say this is the first time we're going to see Jana Marquez in net as she comes in for this final half on senior night, and not a bad way to start it. Nice little save there as a went just a little wide on the shot.
Chabura, however, gets the turnover, and she's working that ball over on the far side. Now she's going to go high. Pass was over the intended recipient to Groff, but it was picked back up by Liana Rosas Mendez, And Mendez was fouled. And now they're going to say another foul there on Kate Cox. Actually, no, that's Maddie. That's 16. So now they're going to bring Rosas Mendez up high, and she'll get it over to Treese. Treese fires, scores. Lucy Treese with the goal, and we are all tied at 4.
That's a great shot from distance, probably the farthest we've seen from the goal net. Got the top 90 on the left side of Jenna Marquez. I don't think Marquez really even had a shot to really block it. She had too many defenders in front of her and saw it at the last second. By the time she did, this game was tied 4-4.
That was a nice goal by Treese. That's her second goal of the game. First one on free position variety. That one, an active goal. As you mentioned, Andres, though, from some distance, you know, of all the goals that have been scored in this game, that one had a little more distance on it, aside from your free position attempts. As there's a foul, and it's knocked down from behind, was Emma Kerr.
And the way that this game's going, I feel like we're going to go down to the last couple of seconds to determine a winner. It's been back and forth.
Yeah.
And we're 3 minutes away from quarter number 4.
It's been a good back and forth game. Friars took their first lead not too long ago, but like as you mentioned, Trinity responds each time. This time, after 3 unanswered goals by the Friars, Trinity was finally able to respond to get the equalizer. The Friars will have possession, however, and the pass goes a little awry, but Emma Kerr able to recover. Kerr trying to work her way inside the zone. No lane there, but the flag comes up. She might have a free position attempt, and she will. A little bit tougher angle on this one, but sometimes players like these angles. Gives them a little bit more to work with. 2:23 to go. It'll be Emma Kerr with the free position attempt, trying to regain the lead for Fenwick. Waiting for the whistle.
You got to keep an ear out for the post, too.
Oh, and then a stick just got on her just as she was getting ready to shoot. And that caused that ball to go wide and high. Friars will retain possession, but a glorious opportunity to regain the lead. But good defense there by Trinity. Up high they go. Gutierrez trying to loft that one over, and they do get it over to Timpone. Timpone immediately is surrounded by 3 players. She'll get it over to Addison Bohm. Bohm has 1 goal on the day. Now down low, Maddie Cox trying to work it over to Kate Cox. Kate's going to take it over to the far side. Looks to work around. Kate Cox looking for a lane. Does she get in? She shoots. She scores. Kate Cox gets the hat trick with 1:26 to go, giving the Friars a 5-4 lead.
That's the first goal we've seen from the Friars. It's been very aggressive. No whistle, no flag. That was just pure grit right there to give them the lead. Now 5-4 with 1.5 minutes left to go in this quarter.
So with the hat trick, Cox, first 2 goals came on the free position, but that time, as you mentioned, Andres, just good old-fashioned working it inside, taking it on the far side, and then once she felt she had the lane, she was going to take it. She was determined to bring that one in, and she scores with 1:26 to go here in the third quarter. Back to the circle we go. This time it's Maddie Cox in the circle for Fenwick, going up against Lucy Treese. And the draw control is recovered by Treese. So Treese gets her own draw control. She loses the ball as Kate Cox, I think, knocked that from behind, and then she's knocked down. That'll be a foul on Trinity. And Kate Cox and the Friars will regain possession, or retain possession, I should say. We're under a minute to play here in the third quarter, 56 seconds and counting. Carrying the ball over center circles, Ella O'Brien. O'Brien's pass, however, was picked off. And now Trinity looks to move the other way. We're going to get a foul from behind. as Emma LaChance was whistled for the violation. Now here's Marley Tucker. Tucker's going to have to take it wide. She lost the handle, and that's picked up by Juliana Gutierrez. We get a whistle.
Stopped it.
And it looks like we're going to get a card. Yeah, a yellow card on Marley Tucker. So Tucker will come off for 2 minutes. There'll be a player up advantage here for Fenwick as they look to add on to their lead. And Tucker got whistled for the yellow. It's our first card of the game. We should have a sponsor for card of the game, right?
All right.
Card of the game. Sponsored by Culver's.
I guess that card does look like a slice of cheese.
that's one way of putting it. Oh, a turnover, and turnover right back. As Maddie Cox lost it, got it back, lost it again. Did she get it back again? No. It's going to be Trinity ball. 5-4 as we're counting down the final seconds here of the third quarter, as Trinity will not have time to get anything set up. And as you heard, the whistle, the horn, that's the end of the third quarter with Fenwick holding a 5-4 lead. One more quarter to go, or maybe more, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
A 5-4 lead for the Fenwick Friars. You're watching Fenwick Girls Lacrosse on Shellen Sports Media.
Really loud.
Back at Fenwick, the Friars hold a 5-4 lead over Trinity here in this girls lacrosse matchup. Senior day for the Friars, as 9 seniors were honored before the game. And now one more regulation quarter to go for the Friars and for the Blazers here. Friars looking to pick up their second consecutive conference victory. They beat Montini Catholic in their last game on Wednesday. And looking to put together back-to-back conference victories after starting 0-3 in the Girls Catholic Athletic Conference. So be a nice way to kind of round out the season, Andres.
Yeah, I mean, ending senior night with a win would be huge for the Friars, especially getting back-to-back wins to end it as well. And Again, great day for Lacrosse and a great day for the win if you're a Friars fan.
So in the circle we go. It was Maddie Cox going up against Lucy Treese for Trinity. The Friars will be working right to left here in the final quarter, or in the fourth quarter, I should say, and Trinity left to right. Bringing that ball upfield and taking it behind the net, Kate Cox. Cox over to Timpone. Timpone sidesteps one defender, gets it back over to Kate Cox. And now to Timpone. Timpone. Oh, missing connection there. Wide open Emma LaChance, but she wasn't able to pick the ball up. And moving upfield is Delilah Holmeyer. Holmeyer with a little speed. Oh, and the ball is loose, and another ground ball. That's several ground balls. I don't have the stats, but Emma Kira has been on the spot several times for the Friars. Now she'll carry the mail inside the zone. Looking for a lane. Trying to work around two defenders. Bounce shot, score! She goes almost coast to coast, gets the ground ball, picks up the turnover, heads into the net area, and gets the goal. And the Friars now open up a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, this has kind of been the game plan for the Friars all game long. They've just been charging right into that middle zone of the fan. At the early parts of this game, Trinity was committing plenty of fouls, and now it seems like Trinity's afraid to get as aggressive when they're in that area, and they're getting really easy shots, especially those bounce passes right in, and now a 6-4 lead for the Friars early in this fourth quarter.
It really was. So Emma Kira gets the goal. Now that is a player-up goal for the Friars, as still serving that yellow card was Marley Tucker. So at 10:52, a lot of goals at the 10-minute mark in this game.
Oh, yeah.
But that's our first goal of the fourth quarter. The Friars take a 6-4 lead, so now, and that pass goes too high for Chabura. It's going to roll out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. So the Blazers, still plenty of time to get the equalizer here. They trail by 2, but it's been a tight game. But turnovers are going to be huge as we go throughout the duration of this fourth quarter, especially on the Trinity side with the Friars holding that 2-goal lead now. Here's Kate Cox. Oh, knocked from behind. Nice defensive play there by Taylor Long. Long pushes it upfield to Flynn. Here's Abby Flynn. She's over the midfield stripe and gets the clear for the Blazers. Here's Flynn. Flynn inside to Chabura. She's triple teamed. Ball knocked down. Chabura picks it back up. Knocked down again. She'll take it behind the net. Look for the wraparound. A wide open Tucker, who's back from the yellow card, but they weren't able to make the connection. And now the ball is picked up by the Friars, and moving it upfield is Maggie Tomzak. Tomzak ahead to Kate Cox through the circle. Cox over midfield. And we're going to get a timeout called by Fenwick with 9:29 to go. We'll take it with them. It's Fenwick 6, Trinity 4. You're watching Fenwick Girls Lacrosse here on Shellen Sports Media. Back here at Fenwick Field where the Friars have opened up a 2-goal lead. Emma Cure with a almost coast-to-coast move. Recovering a ground ball and then heading all the way down, working her way inside the zone and firing it past Kiera Gale for the Friars' 6th goal of the day. They lead 6-4. Friars had just called a timeout after they gained possession. 9:29 to go here in the 4th quarter. Here's Cece DeLise. So take it up high, DeLise. DeLise getting fronted there, but ball knocked loose. She's able to pick up the loose change again. Good defense being applied by Taylor Long. And now she'll release it over to Timpone. Timpone looking for a lane, none available. Now Maddie Cox. Maddie Cox tries to get that shot 3, but there's going to be a shooting space violation there and a free position attempt coming from Maddie Cox.
And the Friars really just going up the gut, and Trinity, they're going to get a yellow card here.
Another yellow, and this one's on Taylor Long. So Taylor Long at 9.
But again, yeah, the Friars just going up the gut, and Trinity doesn't have an answer for their attacks.
So here's Maddie Cox straight on to Kiera Gale. That time a save made by Gale. I don't think Cox got as much on that as she wanted to, but she gets the ball back, Maddie Cox. Trying to split a pair of defenders. She gets free, shoots. Oh, it hit the iron on the left post. That's the 3rd or 4th time the Friars have drawn iron. As she worked her way, moved right, shot left, hit the left post. We've seen that a couple times, Andres.
Yeah, that's been the story today for the Friars. If it's not hitting twine, it's hitting iron.
So a sigh of relief on the Trinity sideline here as they still remain down by 2. Oh, a knockaway by Maddie Cox. Who's going to come up with the loose ball, but it is Trinity and Delilah Holmeyer. Holmeyer trying to work along that far sideline. She's forced out. I think that's.
They're going to give it back to the Friars.
Back to the Friars? Okay. I'm going to say Holmeyer went out. And it'll be Friars ball. Again, Taylor Long still serving the yellow card until the 7-minute mark. So a player up opportunity here for the Friars to look to get a 3-goal lead. Sort of an area pass over to Maddie Cox from Timpone. Cox comes in, shoots high and wide. That possession will retain with Fenwick as that ball went through the fence. They'll find a replacement. Maddie Cox will work it around. 20 seconds on the player up advantage for the Friars. Here's Maddie Cox working herself in.
Another flag.
And we're going to get another shooting space violation, it appears. So
Maddie Cox has just been able to draw Trinity.
Oh, no, they're going to say, no, they blew that one dead. A shot from the top by Maddie Cox. That one was denied as they weren't ready on the reset. Taylor Long back on the field. Inside they go. They tried to feed that one into DeLise. And we get a whistle, and it's going to be, I think, Trinity ball. It is. So Kiera Gale will push that ball forward. Finds Marley Tucker. Tucker, double, triple team. I think we're going to get a foul on the Friars, however. As we're down to 6:19 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 6-4 lead for Fenwick over Trinity. And a whistle as Marley Tucker continues to work her way upfield.
It's a sea of white jerseys on the one blue Trinity jersey over there.
She keeps drawing fouls, and Trinity maintains possession. Oh, and that one's going to be tough. We're going to get a yellow card on Fenwick.
I'm waiting for him to give me this. No one's giving me the signal on the field. I just don't want to assume. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the ref to.
So yellow card
I thought there was going
to Addison Bohm. First yellow card to the Friars.
So Friars get their first yellow card, 2 minutes. This is a much-needed player-up situation for Trinity with 5:54 to go. Coming off the field is Frida Morales, and checking in is Rose Treese. So we're in the dual Treese formation for Trinity, as her sister Lucy,
I think she got a piece of that net right on the forehead, unfortunately.
she's going to be helped off the field. So Lucy Treese is going to check out. That's an important part of that offense for Trinity as she's shaken up. Hit to the head, so she's going to come to the sideline and get looked at.
Granted, for where the contact was made, she looks like she's going to be okay, just a little shaken up.
Hopefully that's the case for Trinity. Liana Rosas Mendez will take over possession for Trinity, and now they'll hand it off to Maddie Chabura. Chabura with a pair of goals, and she'll take it behind the net. There's Flynn. Flynn moving up high. That's where Chabura wants to go with it to Flynn, but she's guarded too tightly. Now they'll work it over to the far side. Up high. Shot. That one goes wide. It'll be Trinity possession with 5.5 minutes to go.
Trinity's been very successful setting up that ball behind the net and getting those kind of weird side angles to bounce in the lower 90s, and that's kind of where they've been living. So they're trying to find a way to get a 1-goal deficit here, still with possession.
Here's Abby Flynn. Flynn trying to squeeze through a pair of defenders. She's being denied. Good defense there by CC D'Elise and Ella O'Brien. Now lofted in up high. Loose change is going to be picked up. Got a number 15. I don't have a 15. I'm not sure who that is for Trinity. It looks like it's a turnover on the Blazers, so it's going to be Fenwick possession down to 4:43 to go. 6-4 lead for the Friars as they try and work it upfield. Here's Gia Vizzini. Vizzini will look to carry on. And now actually possession will be restarted with Timpone. Timpone hands it off to O'Brien. O'Brien now trying to feed it inside to Mikey Romero. That's going to be a turnover. Possession back to Trinity. 4 minutes remaining as Chabura crosses the midfield stripe. She's going to take it wide. Sort of a nominal pick set there by May DeGroff. Chabura overshoots Rose Treese. Treese trying to come back up with it. But it'll be Timpone right along the near sideline. Timpone picks up that ground ball. Here's Maddie Cox over midfield being guarded by May DeGroff for numeral's sake. Delilah Holmeyer trying to interfere with that one, but that's taken back by Maddie Brennan for the Friars. Here's Brennan. She'll take it down low, loses the handle, and it's going to be recovered by Trinity as they'll push the ball over to Kiera Gale, the goalkeeper, with down to 3:07 remaining. So, that might be a turnover, costly turnover for the Blazers here with time winding down. They can't afford empty possessions. That's just what they got there. They never actually got it outside of the restraining line on their own end. Working it below is D'Elise, CC D'Elise. The pass up high, finding Maddie Cox. Maddie Cox trying to work herself in. She stopped and bounced that one wide right, and it's recovered by Gale. Now, this is an important release from Gale. She's got to make a clean connection here to start this Trinity offense. She'll hand it below and gets it over to Genesis Ross. Ross pushes it upfield. Here's Taylor Long. Long with a little green in front of her, and then gets it up to the midfield stripe. It's going to be taken by Liana Rosas Mendez. Mendez trying to work for the clear. She does. She's inside the zone. And the pass knocked down. Flynn is going to try and come up with it. And then it's Marley Tucker. Tucker being double teamed, but she still has possession. Tucker hands it off. And it's going to be Trinity possession. They're down to minute 52. Chabura has the ball knocked loose, but Trinity will retain possession. And it looks like we're going to get a now, clock's still running. They're going to get a substitution in. As coming in is Heidi Eichenberg. And now we're going to get a timeout called by Trinity with a minute 29 to go. So we'll keep it here, Andres, but a few turnovers by Trinity as they were looking to get, at least cut it within one before they can get that equalizer. But now they got a timeout. They can reset. They have possession, and they got to get that first one to close within one. So this is obviously understatement, but it's a key possession here for the Blazers.
Yeah, Trinity, I can tell they're trying to go back to what worked for them at the beginning of this game. They took an early lead. They're still trying to be aggressive. But the difference from what I'm seeing from the Friars is that they are triple and quadruple teaming one girl at a time, and it's seeming to be a little too much for just one attacker. And when they're trying to get rid of it, it hits off a couple of sticks, a couple of bodies, and then you get into those turnovers that you were just saying that are costly. With 3 minutes left to go, half of that time, now we're a minute 30 away, all gone, and now you need to score within the next 29 seconds to make it a good ball game here and keep a possible chance to go to OT.
Yeah, and the other thing here is, we talked about is Lucy Treese was kind of knocked out of that game around the 5-minute mark or so with that hit to the head. I don't think she's back in the game. Oh, she is. Actually, no, I'm waiting to see.
She's got her
Treese
mask
is back on. Yeah, so she's got her eye gear on. It looks like she's going back on the field, so that's a good sign for Trinity. I was going to say part of why the Friars were able to do a lot of double up there, though, is because number 9 wasn't out there. So you can afford to put more pressure on Chabura. But now with Treese back out there, that opens things up. And they're still trying to work that ball over to Abby Flynn, the junior midfielder, who's got a little size there. If she can work her way in. And we saw before, you would see Chabura and Flynn work a little give and go and trade off behind the net, with Chabura trying to do the wraparound, this time on the near side. So we'll see how this works. Coming out of the timeout with a minute 29 to go, Chabura will restart possession for the Blazers.
Yeah, with that wraparound, Jana Marquez, who's in net, wasn't there for that first one, so it could be a little different with a new set of goalies now in the net here for the Friars.
You got to be prepared for it, and I'm sure that was talked about during the huddle as well. So here's Chabura. Flynn is going to go up high. That draws the defender away, but one defender drops, and doing a good job there is Emma Cure. She picked up Chabura, but we're going to get a foul. Time winds down, though, as the clock keeps moving. Chabura's got to get this ball in play here.
The Blazers need to score now.
She's got to wait for the official to reset, unfortunately, and there's a lot of valuable time. Tucker hands it up high, and now here's Treese, Lucy Treese. Back down low to Chabura. 47 seconds. Chabura trying to do the high step there and work around. A pick being set by Flynn.
Great defense there.
Great job here. Emma Cura is doing a great job defensively for the Friars. Trinity will retain possession. And now shooting and scoring with 27 seconds remaining is Chabura.
She took advantage of that whistle, caught the Friars lacking on defense, took probably 10 feet away to close in on that score. Top left 90 on Marquez. She didn't even see it coming, and now we have our ball game. 27.3 seconds to go, and the Blazers need to score here to keep this game going.
Well, one thing they have to do is they have to win this draw control. So this is going to be a huge draw control. It'll be Lucy Treese and Maddie Cox in the circle. Maddie Cox for Fenwick, Lucy Treese for Trinity. Trinity, in effect, pretty much has to win. I'm not going to say they have to win the draw control, but it'll definitely help their chances, right?
Now Friars has got to play keep away.
And they do win it. It's Flynn who gets it. So Flynn with the draw control. She's going to take it wide. We're down to 20 seconds remaining. Flynn to Chabura. 15 seconds. Chabura up high, trying to wrap around. Chabura behind the net. She shoots. That one goes wide. That one's going to roll out of bounds. And whose ball is it going to be as the clock's winding down? They're not going to have enough time. And that'll do it. See, the officials are talking it over. They're going to.
Looks like Trinity is arguing that because the ball went out that the clock has to stop, but instead it'll go a W for the Friars. Give the Blazers credit, though, for coming in hard with those last 27 and some change seconds left, but it just wasn't enough. Chabura, with that big fifth goal in those last couple of seconds, it was coming down to the wire there, but a good ball game, and the Friars win back-to-back games, and with a big win here on senior night as well.
Yeah, that was a huge win for the Friars as they close out the season. A senior day victory, back-to-back conference victories for the Friars as they come from behind 3-1, at one point trailing 3-1, and they wind up winning the game 6-5 over the Trinity Blazers. Well, Andres, we got a great game here, beautiful weather, and a great day.
And all that, plus a great crowd here. Haven't seen them on the back in the background of our shots here. Just absolutely packed over there.
Yeah,
and
that's a great senior day crowd, and nice way to end your season for the Friars as they take down Trinity by the score of 6-5. Very competitive game, but the final score goes the Friars' way, and they finish out the season with back-to-back conference victories to go 2-3 in conference play, and in the process, they even up their overall record right at 500 at 8-8.
That's a winning record.
Yeah. So, actually, I should say not even up. They're 2-3 now in conference play, but 8-8 overall. The Blazers fall to 2-14 and 1-7 in conference play. That is your final score. For my partner, Andres Tejeda, this is Eric Willowite saying so long. Thanks for joining us for Fenwick Girls Lacrosse right here on Shellen Sports Media. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back out at Fenwick for Fenwick softball. Game time for that is at 10 a.m. right back here on Aaron on Shellen Sports Media YouTube page. Thanks for joining us for Fenwick Friars Athletics.